Alright, welcome to our rules restoration. Um, had to dub over the front part of this. I forgot to use my microphone. Today I went to Faraday Toys, Greenwood, Indiana. Good little toy shop. I picked up a couple things. Hit and run. Needed his backpack strap fixed. Got a triple T. Needed the control stick off of it. My other one, my control stick's broken. That one was a good one. That's rare. Picked up a Mauler. Definitely missing some wheels. Um, Got to restore it. Try to get it working. Repair the turret gun. Had the battery cover on it. Not too bad. I think he sold it to me for 12 bucks. So, I mean, you can't beat that. Got a swamp skier today. That's probably the most expensive thing he actually sold me today. I was $47 into everything I had there. So you really can't beat that too much. But yeah, there's the triple T. It's got the control stick. My other one's perfect shape besides the control stick. I was going to use a Lego antenna fix, but just didn't get around to it. Yeah, I mean, all in all, not too bad. Real happy with my purchase. So there's hit and run there. He's in really nice shape. Super tight legs, arms, good paint. He had a minor strap issue on his repelling satchel thing he has, and he had a small crack in the trigger cover of his rifle. So I'm gonna go and try to repair that strap right there. And there's his rifle coming out. Little crack in the trigger guard. Definitely had it in his hand and fell forward or something. Kid stepped on it, not sure. But looking the figure over, found out the head was a little loose on it. Um, then I looked in the back and there was no screw in there. I think they put a new O-ring in there and they forgot to put the screw in. So went and got a screw, go ahead and put it in, fumbled it around a little bit, dropped it. Um, I got big hands and those are little tiny screws, but whatever. Put it in there. I used my favorite little tool, kit I got with the screws, the T-post, a couple screwdrivers, and all the O-rings off of Amazon. Really good deal. Those are great for not stripping them out, getting them too tight where you break anything. But yeah, he's in good shape. He had a small crack in his elbow, pretty typical. I'm not really that worried about it. I know there's fixes out there for that, but I'm just not that worried about a small crack in an elbow. One of these days, these plastic toys will degrade. So I tried some plastic weld on that. Camera didn't tape it. It didn't hold. That's not the type of stuff plastic weld worked on. So I went ahead and got some super glue. Plastic weld did work on the rifle. I did fix that. It was nice and tight. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little dab of super glue on the end here. Very small drop. And as soon as I put it together, it pretty much stuck. So I'll let that sit overnight. But it's not like I'm a kid I'm going to be playing with or anything, but Hit and Run's probably one of my favorite later characters. Kind of looks like a throwback to the original ones, back when everything started getting bright and colorful. He was a really nice one. Definitely see him coming to classified soon. Um, Rifle, hung it on the satchel, repelling satchel. That's probably what it'll be on my display back behind me there. But yeah, that held nice. Put a new screw in the back of him. Actually took that silver brand new screw out and I found one of the old ones off a figure that I had gotten rid of. I like the OGs better. So bringing the Mauler in, definitely a project. Had the battery cover. $12, like I said, you can't beat it. So I'm going to take some vinegar here. Q-tip. I'll try cleaning up the pin, see if this works. Love it, the motor worked. Won't leave no batteries in it, but you know, it's just nice knowing they work. So cleaning up both of the pins here. That one on the lower pin, definitely more corroded than any other pin in there. Back pins where I'm cleaning now, that was pretty clean. But yeah, I mean, hope for the best. Clean it up. I'm gonna take it all apart. I'll clean those pins better. I'll take that whole motor apart, get those out, dip them down in vinegar, let them sit. So I take an emery file and I'm gonna try to scrape off a little bit more of that corrosion I'm seeing. Just a temporary thing, just to see if it works out, you know, the way it sits. Actually, later in the video, you'll actually see that I do get it working, but right here it does not. So I'm cleaning it off. Go ahead and take a Q-tip again and start cleaning back off what I scraped off. Like I said, that's temporary fixed at best. I grabbed some C batteries. Those are definitely rusted. Those are the ones that hold the motor in place. Never had a Mauler before. Kind of grew out of G.I. Joe around that time, or just didn't get one, whatever reason. Born in 73, so 82 to about 84, 85, that's where I quit really collecting as a kid. Maybe pick up here and there, but nothing major. But really shocked how hard those batteries were to get in there. They're really tight. Fumble around, finally get that side in, maybe. And there we go. And the other side, they actually face the same way as the front side, which is weird, but that one's easy to drop in. The second one's always a pain. There's a little trick I'm not seeing, but I don't know what it would be. Couldn't imagine a little 8, 9-year-old kid trying to put these batteries in without their parents' help. Sorry, I get off camera sometimes there. Get them in, grab the battery cover. Gonna try to throw that battery cover on, see if it works. Real happy I had the battery cover. These toys were down in some totes. I had to dig it out. Found all the parts I could find. Was really hoping to find the antenna or the mortar tubes. Didn't see them down in there, but I'll pick those up. Probably get repro at first and then try to find the OGs as I go to toy stores, shows, whatever. So I get the battery cover on here, flip it over, hoping for the best. Flip the switch and nothing. So kind of disappointed, but not the end of the world. I've taken M.B.Ts apart, fixed their motors plenty of times. This motor actually looks more simple than a M.B.T motor. So yeah, hard getting them in, hard getting them out. I had to take a pair of scissors and get them out of there, but I got them out. Like my way to get that side out. Same thing, popping out the other side. Not quite the best design I've ever seen, but it's Hasbro for you. Get those out. Trying to take out the screws and take the body apart. I like to get all the motor out. That way I can get everything clean. Not have to worry about getting any electronics dirty or wet, I mean. Even if it doesn't work, that's just not good for it. So these screws actually came out pretty easy. Using that small little G.I. Joe figure tool or screwdriver to get them out, and there it goes flying. But big hands, little tools, doesn't always match, but I definitely don't want to strip things out. Go and take the front ones out. Shockingly, all those came apart pretty easily. Only 4 screws hold the top to the bottom. The other 2 in the back hold the motor in the actual bottom part of the chassis. Take that out. The front, actually, those 2 little pin posts or whatever, they snap out pretty easy. But the back was giving me a little bit of fits here in a second. So, got the front out. The back, I had to go get some auto trim tools. It's the best tools I find for not hurting the plastic, cracking it, putting too much stress on things. Yeah, that's not going to fit, but good try. But that side did. Once I got that in there, so got it in there. I finally got it popped on one side. Of course, the other side's going to fight you. Why not? There we go. Taking the seat off out of camera, I think, but it's sitting right there in the front. Looking at the motor. That thing did not slide very good. I'll grease that up, make it slide better when I'm done. Trying to figure out the plan on it. Looking right there, and I see 2 cut wires. I was real concerned right there. I was like, man, did somebody cut the motor out? I don't think anybody's been in there, but you just never know. It must have been something Hasbro did. Hung them out. Looking the turret over. Right there at the end. I had the tip that goes on the cannon there. It's already got little tiny holes in there. I'll drill that out with a little pin vise. I'll put a paper clip in there and then I'll plastic weld it. Missing the antennas, missing the mortar tubes. I'm going to be able to try to fix as many of the wheels as I can. If I can do it the way I think I can do it, I only have to order 1 axle of wheels. Not too bad. I said it'll be a display one anyway. The next thing is I got to get that motor out, kind of feeling it around. Take that tread off, soaking those treads. I'll probably soak them in baby oil. Go ahead and take the screws out of the turret wheels, or the turret wheels, the track wheels. 1 screw holds 2 of them on. That's one of the unbroken ones. Basically what he sold me this for, that's probably the price of 1 clean axle. So I don't buy them to part them out unless I need them for parts for something I already have. That was easy to get to there. Get that screw out. Keep dropping that little tiny thing. I don't know why I didn't get a bigger screwdriver, but I'm pretty stubborn. My Gi Joe room's down in the basement, kind of far out to the garage. Just trying to knock it out. Taking the other one out. It's not rocket science. Just got to remember which way it goes back together when you do it. Too far off from where I realized I didn't have my microphone on. I couldn't believe it. I had my receiver plugged into my camera. I got a DJI mic system. I plugged that part in, but I did not clip my microphone on me. I was setting up, kind of excited. I got a project to work on finally. We had 5 toy stores here in town. 2 of them shut down. One of them seems to have the same stuff. One of them's overpriced. One of them's far to get to. And I hadn't been out to Faraday for a while, so I figured I'd give it a shot. And he's always good for figures, not too much vehicles, but he had a tote full of vehicles. And it was the right price, so I wouldn't have bought this if it was too much more. It's pretty sad shape, but that's actually the ones I like restoring the most. So get all these screws out. And the next step's get that motor out. Get everything cleaned up. Let that thing soak all night. It was dirty. The camera doesn't really pick up how dirty that thing really is. That tote looks like it came straight out of a crawl space. Like the vehicles. All right, well, definitely a new mistake. Completely forgot to put my mic on. Put the receiver on the camera, didn't put the mic on me, so I might have to voice over the front part of this. Trying to find a screwdriver that fits. Nope. Oh, this should be fun. Nope. 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 It's a little too small. Just a little. These are definitely too big. I'm gonna go offline and find another screwdriver. Alright, one's got some different screwdrivers. Something gives it bite without wall on it, that's too loose. That might work. Boy, they've been in here for a while. Nope. That one's coming. Alright, there's one. It's definitely the longest of the group of anything I've taken out. Not the same as the wheels. Just need to get this one out. Just get it to spin the first time. Don't strip, don't strip. Too loose. Too loose. Nope. Nope. Jeez Louise. Yeah, I'm gonna have to spray that with some penetrating oil. I don't want to strip it out. Like a car, we can drill it out. Alright, use penetrating oil. Let it sit and work. See how that does. It's the only thing holding that in there. To get that all the way out, I'm pretty sure the motor's right in here. Alright, let it soak for some penetrating oil. Let's see what happens. Ah, there it goes. Just needed that rust. Lifts it off. Perfect. Lift it out. I've broken something in there. That's the motor. Let's clean that up, take that apart. See what's going on with it. See if I can power it up. Nothing cool in here. At least I can clean it all up now. Set that to the side. Alright. Put all the screws in vinegar. Gonna let that sit a day or two. Try to clean up those threads. Get that rust off there. Camera died, didn't realize it. Broke it down into sections. The engine cover's off. Nice spiders in there. Turret or the armored personnel covers. I don't know what you'd call those. Took the turret apart, so this and this separates. Then the guns separate. There's two pins here, one pin right here, and you lift it out the back. The cannon, it comes out of there. Like I said, I'm gonna drill a little hole a little bit bigger, put a safety pin in there, plastic weld it together, match it up to wherever it broke at originally. I'll figure it out once I do it. There we go, right there. Plastic weld that, you'll never even know that's missing. The biggest thing is playing around with this, put a little lube on there, put the batteries back in. Seen these two cut wires, so I was kind of worried about that, like it was missing the motor, but the motor's in there. So if I flip this to fast, I push in the batteries, it works. Works on slow. It's definitely hard to push, but what really needs to happen is these need to get cleaned up. I need to bend them out more so they touch all the time. I don't have to push down on the batteries, make the connection. It looks like it's going to be a working Mauler. So that's good news. Took all the wheels, all that apart, put those screws in there. Got a sink full of hot soap. I'm going to go up here and let this soak all night long. There's the bottom part of the chassis. This also was out right here, so if that's out, that only allows it to go one way and not the other, so I got to make sure that's all the way in. I'm going to put that back together. I'm going to let this soak, clean it up. We'll peel the decals off of it, order some new ones, order some parts for it. But that'll probably be the end of this video. I'll probably work on the Swamp Skier and switching over the green internals. I'll clean that up. I just need that little stick right there, control stick. My original one's broke. I was gonna fix it with a pin, but he let me have this for dirt cheap, so why not use that part? Take what's left, sell it on eBay. But yeah, so I'll probably have to dub over the first part of this, didn't have my microphone on. Definitely gonna get it all cleaned up. I'll bring it back down tomorrow, cleaned up, decals off, snap it back together, clean it up the best I can, and see what parts need to be ordered. All right, well, thanks for watching.